And welcome back to Lycan Studios. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day. So in this video, we have all kinds of stuff to talk about. So real quick, I just wanted to give my Patreons all a huge shout out. Thank you guys so much. And I wanted to give the channel shout out to Jagon Targaryen. He actually sent me some stuff on Twitter to check out that'll be featured in this video. He's always liking and commenting. So I just wanted to say I really appreciate it, man. But anyways, let's get into these spoilers. It's going to be absolutely insane. Oh, also I did forget one thing. I did upload a video the other day that I don't think really hit a lot of people's sub boxes. So if you guys missed it, I was talking about Jaime and Brienne when the information first dropped, but we will be covering it a little bit more in depth in this episode. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy. Make sure to smash that thumbs up button. We're trying to hit 200. Haven't been doing too well the last couple days, but we can do it. So anyways, let's jump into these spoilers. So I think the first thing we're going to talk about is actually Jaime and Brienne, just to kind of get that out of the way, because the leaked photos that I have for you and the information that comes along with it actually kind of tie this in together. So it's pretty interesting. If you guys would like to check out the article yourself, definitely check the description below. But anyways, the other day, Watchers on the Wall came out with an article stating that Gwendolyn and Nikolaj were both seen shooting for Season 8 together. This means that Brienne and Jaime are likely to be found together once again. The article then continues to break it down into actual episode plot lines, so we'll go ahead and read it straight from the article. It says, for a sequence of aerial shots set in episode 3, the Night King's army will slowly advance through the snow amid lit bonfires. By this point, right in the mid-season, the army of the dead will be composed of wildlings and brothers of the Night's Watch, which we could all definitely tell would be happening. In episode 4, the totally romantic couple of Brienne and Jaime come in. They will be fighting side by side and not alone, though the others are unnamed, against the army of the undead. They will probably be reunited much earlier, but it gives me such pleasure to know for a fact for once they will be fighting on the same side. That is pretty cool. Then it basically says, as for where in Westeros this scene or the previous one from episode 3 are supposed to take place, we have no idea. They were filmed at the Maghermorn green screen set, I think I'm saying that right, with a mantle of snow, so it could be anywhere where it snows, which at this point is pretty much anywhere in the world. And then he says that he guesses it's going to be someplace in the north. This is absolutely insane. This is the first time that Watchers on the Wall has really posted anything having an actual episode by episode breakdown. I know it's not much, but it kind of gives us a look at a couple different things. So to me, it almost seems like the Night King and the Army of the Dead won't even get to Winterfell until at least episode 4. That is absolutely crazy. That means that the Night King and Cersei may actually make it to the final episode. I think there may be a chance that like a party of some characters and maybe like some Dothraki soldiers and the Unsullied may actually ride out to meet the army of the undead and end up coming back to face them at Winterfell after they are pretty much defeated. I feel like that could definitely happen because it does go along with some of the scenes we've seen where basically there's some Dothraki who look like they are now whites. That was a run-on sentence and a half, but I'm pretty sure you guys know what I mean. So the main reason I wanted to bring this up is because it does show that Jaime and Brienne are together. So now we'll talk about some of the leaked photos and some of the leaked information. So I do want to say real quick that I 100% believe that these photos are real. I don't see how these could be faked as close up as they are, and plus you see a lot of the sigils on the shields and stuff like that. So even though I do think that the photos are real, I'm not too sure about the information that he provided along with it. Since he does have all of these good photos, it kind of makes me believe it just a little bit more that the information he says could be true. So with that being said, definitely take everything with a grain of salt. I also feel like, you know, HBO could definitely just be putting some of these images out there and stuff to kind of keep our minds off of what's really going on. I'm really not past that. I think that they definitely could be doing fake scenes and stuff like that. They have a huge budget and they definitely want to keep this under wraps. So just take it with a grain of salt. Also, real quick, some of these photos do look a little bit disturbing, but just know that they're all fake bodies. It's not a real body or anything. Like, I guess I better just say that because somebody's going to be like, oh, you showed dead bodies in your video. No, these are all mannequins. Trust me guys, mannequins. But in these pictures, you can see all kinds of different soldiers. It looks like everybody may be coming together to fight the Night King, or it may just be a huge battle with like 3 different parties trying to win. You can definitely see some forces from the north, the Unsullied, some Greyjoys even, and just whites. Like, it's absolutely crazy. I have no idea what's going to go down. Definitely let me know some of your guys' predictions from the battle that could occur. If they are pretty good comments, I'll definitely feature them in tomorrow's video, or the next video. Hopefully it'll be tomorrow. So next up, the guy that actually posted all of these photos says that he has some additional information. He says, I was not able to get close enough to take a picture, but Jaime Lannister will die in Brienne's arms. Melisandre fights the Night's King by herself and holds her own, but does not win. she does have the power to turn the dead against him. So honestly, I can definitely see Jaime dying in Brienne's arms. He does say that he wants to die in the arms of the woman he loves, so this could definitely happen. And I think my favorite thing about all of this is that could mean that this could open the door for Arya to actually take his face and kill Cersei and complete the prophecy of the Valonqar. That would be absolutely insane. There was definitely a lot of foreshadowing, like when she meets Ed Sheeran and says that she is going to kill the king. I think there was also a really good comment in my video when I was talking about Arya Stark that you guys should go back and read through, basically talking about how she could definitely be the one to kill Cersei. I will 100% bring it up again when I do the Fate video for Cersei Lannister. So the next part about Melisandre actually fighting the Night King by herself and turning the dead against him, that's crazy. What do you guys think about that? That would definitely be bringing her character up to a whole different level. She does tell Jon that she will help with fighting the army of the dead, or could definitely help destroy him, and that she will be back to Westeros. So I've always said that she will be back, but I didn't really think it would be like this. I honestly just figured that she would be like a support role. She possibly could bring somebody back again from the dead, or will just try to help figure out some of the prophecies if they do decide to implement them. I never really thought about her actually like showcasing powers and fighting the Night King herself. This would just have everybody's jaw dropping. It would be absolutely insane. Definitely let me know what you guys think about it. I don't even really have much to talk about it just because I'm not even sure how all of that would go down. And then of course it would ask the question, would she die or would she live? Obviously she doesn't defeat the Night King, but is that just because she doesn't have the power to do it, or does he actually kill her? That is a huge question. It is kind of foreshadowed that she's going to die by fire, so possibly could she like implode herself or something like that? Maybe she just dies in her own created fire trying to destroy the Night King. I'm not too sure because he definitely won't kill her with fire, so it's going to be really interesting. Definitely let me know what you guys think about all of that. And last but not least, we have another spoiler. This one involves Beric Dondarrion. That's at least who I would think of, but you never know. Could Jon actually be wielding the Lightbringer? It's kind of crazy because the video that I'm about to play could actually be showing Beric just kind of destroying people and fighting, or it could actually be Jon defeating the Night King. How crazy would that be? But anyways, right around the 17-second mark of the video, you can kind of see like in the middle to left part of the video that the guy actually is wielding a flaming sword. It kind of shows this guy on the right side. I think he may just have like a light stick, just kind of keeping things lit up. Don't pay any attention to him, but then it definitely does zoom in on the guy again. This stuff literally gives me chills. But anyways, we're just going to read a little snippet from the article just to kind of give some information on it. Positive identification is impossible here, but who could it be but Sir Beric Dondarrion? We last saw the knight in a special blade in Beyond the Wall, which is incidentally the episode in which his companion Thoros, the only other character known to have wielded a flaming sword, died. I'm sure this will provoke many theories of Jon or someone else wielding the Lightbringer, but then he basically says, I'll stick to my guns, if nothing else because it'd mean we'll get to listen to Richard Dormer's voice for at least one more time. I think we're going to be able to do that anyways. He's not going to just die before we get to hear him. And at the end of the article, they just have more proof that it's actually a big battle with the army of the dead. As you can tell in some of these photos, they were actually testing out the smoke machines, which could be portrayed as like a mist when the army of the dead actually comes. I'll kind of start playing through the video that is on here as well. If you guys would like to check out these articles, definitely check the link in the description. The end of the article reads that the horizontal fire rods are just used to provide lighting from an actual flame source, so you should probably not pay much attention to their particular shape. What about the other fire source though? Does this concern the whites amidst bonfires we reported in the last article? Are these humans in an encampment or something else? So what do you think? Will Beric Dondarrion escape the breach of Eastwatch and live to fight another day? Will we see him fighting the army of the dead in Season 8? Are the poor White Walkers constantly towing a smoke machine just to appear more scary? I think definitely. They're just carrying one around just to seem kind of badass. No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, definitely leave all of your answers to those questions in the comments below. I love to hear your guys' thoughts. And the last thing to cover in today's video is some of the input from the Patreon supporters about the fate of Arya Stark. The Lady O says, I think Jaqen's whole approach to Arya is the enemy of my enemy is my friend. He said, a girl has many names on her lips, so he's aware about Cersei, the Mountain, etc. I think the Iron Bank might use the Faceless Men to help settle accounts whenever necessary. I definitely agree. Now, if Arya follows in the name of Nymeria, which I believe she will, she'll marry Gendry. I still don't think that's going to happen, but she says she'll have a child and later travel as a great warrior queen. I don't really think that's going to happen, but it definitely could. I could see her kind of like growing up, maybe just kind of maturing a little bit and wanting a husband. In the lore, Queen Nymeria did marry, have a child, then after her husband's death, traveled the world. I also think she is the stranger, at least for a time, during the Great War. Great video. Thanks. Love, QOT. I really appreciate it. But I definitely do see your point. I could see her marrying Gendry possibly after she grows up a little bit, matures it out a little bit. But I still just have a feeling that she's kind of just a lone wolf and she's going to go off and do her own thing, possibly continue even being an assassin, not really like a warrior queen. I feel like she's more the type to like be stealthy and kind of assassinate people really than just going into battle. She's kind of small, and I just don't feel like it would work out too well. And last but not least, hopefully I didn't miss anybody. Definitely let me know if your YouTube name is different than your Patreon name. But Red Sonja says you'll be sowing all through winter. When the spring thaw comes, sorry if you guys just heard my daughter. She was happy and yelling as she was running across the room. But anyways, she says they will find your body with a needle still locked tight between your frozen fingers. Arya will die, at least in the books. If she stays alive in the show, it will merely be the showrunners paying fan service. I think that's true about Sansa, but I don't really think that's true about Arya. But we can agree to disagree. Anyone who thinks that Arya and Gendry will live happily ever after together doesn't realize that George R.R. Martin never ends a story with hallmark moments. She then says the thing that people fail to remember is that Arya is a damaged, psychotic child. In most worlds, Arya's behavior would be despised and unacceptable. And at the end, after the others are defeated and pushed back, and after Cersei is defeated, what role is there for a child assassin in the New World Order? Who does she kill when all the bad guys are gone? And I will start believing that she will live when she's in a love triangle with Jon and Tyrion, which will never happen. Even though it's in George R.R. Martin's original pitch. I do like the comparisons between Arya and Lyanna Stark, however. They provide some of the exposition we need to better understand Lyanna. Thanks and great haircut. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the comment. I definitely disagree with your comment on this one. I think this is actually the first comment I've ever seen where I do disagree with you. But anyways, this is just all speculation. You could definitely be right. I'm not hating or anything. I really respect your opinion. I just think that Sansa would be the one to die out of those two. And I also think that there will always be bad guys in the world. No matter like who's defeated, I think in the world of men, there's always going to be bad guys, and there will always be room for assassins and stuff like that. But definitely a great comment. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. We will see you in the next one. This has been Lycan Studios. Peace.